How's it going, crawlers? It's Sam here from Film Crawl with this week's spoiler-free review. Happy Tuesday. This week we're doing another Netflix original called Project Power, starring Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's directed by the duo Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman. You know, those dudes that did Nerve? I like Nerve. It's got Emma Roberts in it. She's great. Just like Charlize last week in The Old Guard, it looks like Netflix passed over those sexy sunglasses over to Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx looks good in everything. Come on. Guy's great. Listen, if you've seen Limitless or Lucy, you're going to be pretty familiar with the plot here for Project Power. But before we even get into that, you guys have to hit the like and subscribe button right now if you're watching on YouTube. It helps the YouTube algorithm become a part of the Crawler family. We release episodes, movie reviews, and podcasts every Tuesday for you guys. We love the support that you're giving us. Let's see how fast we can get to 150 subscribers. We're getting really close. With all that said, let's get into Project Power. In present-day New Orleans, a new drug has hit the streets that grants temporary superpowers to those who pop the power pill. Now, for 5 minutes, you can be invincible, have flame-on powers, be bulletproof. The possibilities of the powers in this movie are endless, and I actually really am intrigued by that. And when I was going into it and when they were describing that, I was actually like, wow, this is actually a pretty cool concept. Dominique Fishback plays Robin, a teenager selling the pill to fund her mom's surgery. She's a sidekick to a cop named Frank, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. They eventually run into ex-soldier Art, who's played by Jamie Foxx, whose origins and motives are mysterious throughout the film. This kind of plot line has been done before, and they all have, varying reviews based on the movie. So with that said, let's get into what I liked and disliked about Project Power. Side note, Machine Gun Kelly is back, and he's cashing yet again another check, but he has such a small role in this movie. It's smaller than Nerve. Okay, Nerve, he was actually pretty decently into that role. He was in that movie. I think his role here is smaller than Bird Box, if not the same, so Machine Gun Kelly fans, I'm sorry, don't expect too much.
Sounds like bullshit to me, man. That's religious talk.
Okay, now let's get on to my likes. I don't really think this movie's trying to be the next big thing, okay? I think it has one goal, and that's to entertain. Did it entertain me? Yes, I was actually really entertained throughout the movie. Now, stuck through it. Nothing really brought me out of it, but that doesn't say it goes without its flaws. Another like for this movie for me is the visual effects are actually really impressive for being a Netflix film. I don't know if it started out that way. I think it got purchased, bid on, whatever it was, but there are some really awesome CG moments in this that look really good. I can't talk about it too much. There's some stuff in the trailer that I can put, but other than that, I think they were actually really impressive for a Netflix film. The color palette here is very similar to Nerve, if you guys have seen Nerve. There's some really cool shots in this film, good camera work. I think it was actually pretty technically well done. And the one thing I really like actually is the music in this movie. The soundtrack's really good. It's a mix of rap. There's also techno, future techno-y type stuff, kind of like Annihilation. I like those vibes. Maybe you're a Blade Runner type vibe. I can feel Blade Runner fans, Annihilation fans really liking the music in this movie. It didn't really stand out too much besides the main rap points, rap songs. Other than that, though, maybe go check it out. Go check out the soundtrack if you are an audiophile and you really want to listen to them. I think they're really cool. Now, the dislikes. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt and all. Come on, guys. Who doesn't love that guy? Haven't seen anything from him in a while. But what is he doing in this film? Okay? There were some lines here that just felt ungenuine. They felt forced. They felt like he wasn't into the role or something. Like he didn't feel like he could play the role, or maybe he's playing a detective. I mean, he's played a detective in many things, but it felt like he wasn't into the role, or he wasn't feeling the lines as much. They just felt like forced. It almost felt like it felt like they were like, oh, that's Joseph Gordon. Dude, JGL is here. Oh shit, we didn't write his role yet. And then they just wrote his role. That's pretty much how I can describe it. Some stuff falls flat for me. I think about it really though, this film could have happened without JGL's character at all. It would have required some changes to the script, yeah, but I think it might have benefited from it. It could have. I don't know, just my 2 cents. Comment down below what you guys think about that, but I don't think he really needed to be in it. I love him. they didn't capitalize on it. The movie has a lot of flash, just no substance to it. That's as basic as I can get without spoiling plot points with you guys. The script just needed some work. They needed to make different decisions in the script and choices for these characters for us to care about them, for us to want to follow this story, rather than just being an entertaining, pleasing thing to look at, which it is, but there needs to be some substance with that. So that's the trade-off you get for it. At least it's under 2 hours, and they fit that line really well. The movie is very fast, so get ready for that. But very similar to Nerve, though. Nerve was fast-paced; it just kept going. So I would take those moments and see if you guys like it. You know, they made some decisions in the way they told the story that I didn't really vibe with, and I think honestly, if you remove this whole detective story, JGL's character, and you focus more on Jamie Foxx and Dominique Fishback, you're gonna have a way better story throughout the whole movie. And the last one here, guys, I don't like the name of the film. It's stupid to put on my dislike list, but honestly, Project Power, it feels like this would be a great TV show. Okay, you name the show Project Power, that's amazing, because there's plot points in here where that makes sense. But at the same time, they don't want to talk about that as much in the movie. They just want to get through it, it feels like. I would have loved this to be a show. Maybe they'll make a show off it, but you would have time to build on this bad guy's plot that I'm actually interested in, build on this pill, build on these people that are taking this pill, explore thousands of powers that we probably will never get if it doesn't become a show. Some really cool ideas in this film already, but it would be cool to go through this, and then maybe JGL's character makes sense if it's a show, because then now you have a detective plot point and those types of things. So that's obviously a different discussion. We're talking about the film, but that's how I feel this movie just should be a show. All right, guys, it's time for the film crawl shot score. Let's throw it on the screen for all the new crawlers out here. 0 shots would be the best movie you've ever seen. 5 out of 5 shots, like a bar shot, is being blackout drunk. I'm gonna have to give Project Power a 3 out of 5. I'm really on the edge of giving it a 4. I'm seeing double, but I'm gonna give it a 3 buzzed. Okay. It was entertaining. They just needed to work on the script, the writing, the stuff needs a little bit of work there. Intrigued to see where this goes. If it goes anywhere, I think it's a one-off though for me. I think it's gonna just happen. Overall, Project Power has a lot of flash, good cast, great music, good directors behind it. They just didn't capitalize, and unfortunately I think it's going to be forgotten about in about a month from now, and that sucks, because I actually really like this concept of the movie. That's my thoughts on Project Power, and now it is time for you guys to tell us what you thought, how many shots you would give it. If you're watching on YouTube, comment down below how many shots you give Project Power and what you thought about it. What did I miss in this review? And bring up some points for next week's episode where me and Nicole will go into the spoiler discussion of Project Power. You guys can reach out to us on our social medias as well, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at The Film Crawl. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and follow us wherever you listen to your podcast. If you guys are on the road and you know that our episode's coming out, you can throw it up on the podcast, so that way you can still listen. We do love all you guys for following everywhere, subscribing. You guys are awesome. But with that said, I will see you guys next Tuesday for the spoiler discussion with Nicole on Project Power. Go watch it, so that way you guys can watch the full episode of the spoiler discussion. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.